On the count of three, they're going to cut the ribbon. If everyone else could just say Holy Grounds Coffee, that would be amazing. Give that good energy. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Holy Grounds Coffee!
There's a plane locked.
Yeah, bro, yeah, because that ain't my jam, bro. I can't, I'm busy doing everything.
This is Diego, the owner and co-founder of Holy Grounds Coffee, also one of the chillest dudes I've ever met. And this is a story of how he and his wife created Holy Grounds Coffee.
And it was just weird kind of how it all happened, but it was all God-based. He was putting me at the right place at the right time with people. I started doing maintenance, just basic maintenance, bro. Faucets, bath, toilets, just very, very simple stuff. And that kind of led on to me seeing how happy that made people for you to fix their problem. And then when we had Noelia, my 6-year-old, I wanted to get in construction. And one of the nurses that delivered her, actually, her husband was working for the company that I was working at. And he was the foreman at construction. So he's all like, hey, I can take you on. And that's kind of how it led through everything. I did 4 years with them. I built 32 houses. And then I was able to get my own license. 4 little girls between, right when COVID happened. Like, I mean, it was just chaos everywhere. Building houses, it couldn't stop. They wanted these houses done. So it kept me flowing the whole entire ride. But it didn't pay so well, and I had just bought my house. So it was kind of one of those things to where either I went on myself and try to make it work, or be stuck there and pretty much lose everything that I had just worked for. So I went on myself, and it worked. It worked. You start meeting people. I was a very quiet guy. Start attending meetings, and and just getting to know people, getting to know the community, getting myself out there with the police department, fire department, city council, everything. It ended up working great, especially realtors. Let me mention them, yeah, because that's where it kind of started. Realtors found out about me, and then they started giving me so much work I didn't know what to do with, and then I just started growing my company after that. So yeah, that's how it led to this. Right. But before this, it was just a mobile bar. It was old school little trailer that we found in the side of somebody's house in Orville that I pretty much renovated all the inside. My wife saw the vision. I kind of went and picked it up, doubting her, because I was like, I ain't taking that piece of crap to the house. Right. I'm not taking that. She's like, no, you don't know. We got to do this. Went to Orville, picked it up, brought it to the house, and pretty much redid everything inside of it and outside. All the siding, all the insulation. I ran wiring, ran plumbing, did cabinets, put a coffee machine in there, and we started doing events. Really? Yeah, so we would do the Peach Festival. We did baby showers, birthday parties, because we don't drink alcohol. So it's like coffee is our jam. Right. So we started doing that. But then with that, it came a lot of responsibility on me, because I had to take the generator, I had to take the trailer, I had to drive everything. And unfortunately, with my business, that created a whole nother job for me. Yeah, it was chaos. So that's why I told my wife, I said, how about we sell the trailer and then we start our own spot, because that way it's easier. That way we have one spot to go to. I don't need to drive anything. I don't need to take anything. It's all there for you, ready to go. You get your employees, and that's it. I said, I'll build it for you. And voila, it took like around 7-8 months, something like that. Yeah, a lot of money and a lot of time. This building was there was somebody here that was they just had a lot of things everywhere. Right. So it took like 20 dumps to the trash, We completely tore it down from the inside. It had drop down ceilings, totally took everything out. Re-drywalled, new electrical, new plumbing, I mean everything that you see in that building is brand new. They just gave me the casing, the building. That's all. I pretty much gutted everything, but that itself, like I said, it took a process. It was a very process. We redid the yard, put the gravel, did the back. There was some unleveling on the floor. Yeah, completely redid everything. So nah, dude, like I said, this is just the fruits of my labor, you know. And I'm very involved in the community. My wife's in city council. We love this little town. We want everybody to come and have a cup of coffee, you know, and just relax, just have a little bit of time for yourself. So that's why we created this. There's nothing like this here. I love to see people happy. Like I said, even with my construction company, every time I go fix something and just see the satisfaction that people get once their problem is fixed. You know, same thing here. Everybody that I've seen just gets a cup of coffee and then smiles. That goes long ways with me. It's not the money. It's not none of that, dude. It's all about just giving back to society.
Beautiful thing, man.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I applaud you for that because it's
No,
not
thank you.
easy.
No.
And I'm sure, like, we see the tats, we see the
Yeah.
tattoos, tatted face. Do
Yeah.
you get a lot of discrimination because of that?
Yeah, in the beginning I did, and that's why I told people, I'm like, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Before this Diego, there was old Diego, and old Diego got out of prison 2015 with 2 felonies on my record, GBIs, out of parole. Like this didn't come just overnight. Like this was a whole transformation that I had to do to transform my life around because I was just tired of being in trouble and getting nowhere. Just by the grace of God, he lined me up as soon as I got out of prison in 2015. He lined me up with the right people at the right place. I started working for very low wage, and I was able to kind of float through it. I got off parole early, and then after I got off parole, I went to go seal my record. So I sealed my record. I got my gun rights back. Even my pastor said if I wanted to get some of these tattoos removed, he said we'll do it for free. And I said, and I prayed on that, and I said, and I got a vision, and it said no, leave them because you're a walking testimony. Let people see that where you are now and where you used to be, and if you can do it, you know, anybody can do it. The tats in the face, ex-felon, all that doesn't matter. Like if you want to do something and you want to do right, start today, start now, start making a difference, and everything else lines up. This has been a whole, I mean, 2015, we're 10 years later.
10 years later.
Yeah, this didn't come overnight, you know.
Right.
That's why I tell people you just got to be patient, and you just have to stay faithful and do the right thing because God is watching. Karma, right? Karma's true. So whatever you put out is gonna come right back to you. So I try to focus on putting good out, helping people, you know, and not bragging about it. Just do it. Just
Be humble about
as
it.
a human being, just help out, you know, and you'll be all right. You'll get that karma right back. So that's what happened with me. And the funniest thing is that like when I sealed my record, the same judge that said yes to sealing my record, so I didn't have a criminal record anymore, was the same judge that sentenced me to juvenile hall when I just got here to California. From him to see me to Dad Diego in shackles to Diego with a suit and tie and all this paperwork to back up, you know, because I go to the juvenile halls and talk to the kids. I am involved in my community. I own my own business. I went to school, got my contractor's license. To see this Diego now, he was very surprised and very happy that I had turned my life around. And we're all working at each other's pace. You know what I mean? Everybody at their pace. For some people, it might be, you know, 40 years old, 60 years old. It doesn't matter. You know, we're all different, and that's beautiful about it. But if you're around town and you help somebody out that's like lost in faith, and you go there and you just show them love, how you treat them like how you want to be treated, it might change their perspective. It might get them faster there. You know, them knowing, man, this guy's super nice. Like, look, he came, you know, super respectful. Just a little bit of those things, just to show people love that it'll go far ways with society, with anybody. I feel like we're all one person. We're all one as a whole. Treat everybody as if it was you in another lifetime. So that's how I live. I try to treat everybody as if it was me. I wouldn't want somebody screaming at me. I wouldn't want somebody treating me bad. So I try to do that to other people. You know, I try to think like that. And we're only here for a short amount of time. Time has flown by. I see my kids growing. Enjoy it. You know, you don't know when you might go up there or wherever we're going to go after this. Enjoy this and, you know, be happy. Be content. Like, that's what life's about. We all have one thing in common. We're all going to die. You might as well make it comfortable. You know, make it happy. Right, like I'm enjoying my cup of coffee, my water.
Right.
You know, I don't need alcohol anymore. I don't need, you know, the chaos. Like this is my happy place. You know, and what an awesome you know thing to do.
Around here with all the peoples here coming to buy your cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, dude. No,
So
this is phenomenal.
I'm proud of you for learning to change,
Thank
man.
you,
That's
thank
as you did a full 360 turnaround.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
man, seeing this is amazing and it's
Yeah.
really inspiring.
Yeah, no, thank you, and I hope other people get what I'm saying, because it doesn't matter. And multiple people, you know, a lot of people make the excuses of why they can't change. And I'm like, dude, like don't let that. Oh, you used to be a felon. Don't let that get in the way of nothing.
Right.
Don't let that get in the way of your dreams.
It's your past.
Yeah, dude. Who you are now, start changing today, and everything else will line up. I got off parole early. I was able to seal my record early, and then I was able to get all my rights back. It can be done. If, like I said, if I can do it, anybody can do it. But it starts today.
Man, that's beautiful, man. I want to say thank you for letting me interview you and opening up your coffee shop. I appreciate it. Where can the people find you at?
So they can find us at on Facebook, Holy Grounds Coffee. You know, our logo will pop right up. And then as far as the construction business, HHS Construction on Facebook too, and we're also on Google, all types of pages. And lately has been TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah, I do TikTok videos and just kind of educate people on things that I'm doing. There's a bunch of our work there, you know, so feel free to reach out. All the pages are tied in together, Holy Grounds Coffee and the construction business.
I think for me, it's, you know, when we think about connecting with people, it's usually like, hey, would you like to meet up for coffee? And so I feel like those are where the best connections tend to happen, is over a cup of coffee. So that's really where the heart of it started. We then decided that a brick and mortar was kind of more where our heart was at, somewhere where we could connect with the people in our community daily. We love meeting new people, but we love that we could be a part of our community. I remember starting to drink coffee 18 years old and, you know, just getting that first cup, you know. And so, yeah, I just really grew a love for that. Mine was less at first about the coffee and more just about the people. It's great to see people that I've interacted with on, you know, different events out in the community and things like that, that I'm able to just be like, you know, another way of connecting with them. You know, on obviously we can talk about things going on in the city, but my heart when I ran was really for small businesses. And so what better way to show the community I put my money where my mouth is? I want this community to succeed. And so that was really what I, you know, set out to do. So went through the whole process from beginning to end, you know, so that I can better understand what it's like for a business owner starting a brick and mortar here in Live Oak. So, you know, and I've always said, I tell my husband this all the time, people invest in people, you know, and I think that's really smart for you to tailor your business that way, is because, you know, we want to connect with people, right? And when we know who is the business owner and what do they stand for, what do they represent, we're more apt to want to support that business if we connect with that person or that business owner. So nice to work together as a team, for sure. You know, he's definitely the better half of me. What I lack, he has, and vice versa. So, you know, collaborations on stuff like this, and, you know, even his business, you know, I was on the back end helping him build his, and now he's turned around and been able to help me do the same. So it's really beautiful. For us, we're always brainstorming. We love to brainstorm with other people, like, hey, what's working for you? We love different streams of income, you know, because we want to set up our family to be able to, you know, have generational wealth versus just, you know, the 401k 9 to 5. Now there's nothing wrong with that, but I definitely think for us it was just a different path. I love to have people come out, you know, and support any small business, not just mine. You know, I think that's the heart of our communities, are the small businesses that risk, you know, their livelihoods to, you know, come out and put themselves forward. So I always encourage anybody in any community to support local as much as you can. So yeah, you can follow us. We're on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. It's Holy Grounds Coffee 530. On TikTok, it's HG Coffee 530. Okay, well, thank you.